This is my fight prediction for Jose Zepeda versus Ivan Redkach. Should be a good fight. I think Redkach is he's at a point in his career right now where he's heading towards the end as well as Jose Zepeda, but they're trying to hold on as much as possible. They've been in some very competitive fights lately, as they've always been. These guys don't shy away from good competition. They take hard fights. This is not an easy fight for both of these guys. They're at the same point in their career where they have a lot of things to prove to each other and to try to find that spark and a better opportunity in the next fight. This is really a do or die fight for these guys at this point, or that's how they want to look at it. You know what I'm saying? Because with the resume they had, they'll be able to find more competition in fights. But with a guy like Jose Zepeda, he has to be willing to find a good strategy against a guy like Ivan Redkach. Right, Ivan Redkach, he's going to be aggressive early. He's going to be a southpaw just as well as Zepeda will be. So this is going to be a southpaw versus southpaw matchup. And with Zepeda, he's got to be willing to use that jab and take the open shots on Redkach. Redkach leaves himself open with 2 or 3 punch combinations. He's very heavy on his legs. Now with him being 38 years old, he's not as elusive as he was before. He was a lot more elusive early on in his career as far as just being able to move, but now he's very heavy. Doesn't really consistently move as much. I think with Zepeda, he's going to try to look for a strategy of what's best for him. And for him, he usually goes to the body a lot. He's a good counter puncher. He's on the back foot most of the time consistently. He's counter punching a lot of guys. That jab has to be very efficient and snappy against Redkach. I think Redkach has a little more power as far as just general power in every punch. I think in every punch, Redkach does have a lot more power, just with him naturally being a bigger guy. But with Zepeda, he has to be able to counterpunch this guy. If he sits in the pocket and he's on the back foot and he's not really consistently taking his chances on Redkach, Redkach could easily take this fight. I think Redkach has a good enough motor to be able to go hard the first 5 or 6 rounds, but at this point in his career, it'll be very tough. I think for Zepeda, I would actually use my legs in this fight, make Redkach do all the work, kind of fool him, set some traps for him, make it seem like he's in control when he's really not, and that can basically set Zepeda up for a dominating performance if he can actually wear down Redkach early. Because I think Redkach, he moves at one speed, so he's going to try to come out and be aggressive. But if Zepeda can go to the body early, he's going to have to take some risk because Redkach is going to let his hands go. Not as far as just big combinations, but he's gonna go punch for punch with Zepeda. He didn't come all this way just to. He's 38 years old. He didn't come all this way to just take certain punches and not do anything about it. And with a guy like Zepeda in the pocket, he's going to let Redkach know that I'm going to be here and I'm going to be able to counter punch you and I'm going to give you a lot of trouble. Now, if Zepeda can't put together a lot of punches early on, he's a slow starter. So I don't expect Zepeda to start off early on and really dominate anything in this fight. But I do expect him to let Redkach know that he's not going to be pushed over or walk down all fight and dominated and outpunched. He cannot let a guy like Redkach outpunch him. And I do think that Redkach is someone who can outpunch him, but I don't like the consistency of Zepeda's punch output. Sometimes he'll go out there and put together a lot of punches, or sometimes he'll go out there and just wait for the other guy to throw his punches and try to throw counters. And it's a very slow combination with those counters. But he has a good jab and he sits on his punches a lot, so it kind of helps. He has that right hook. He moves his head out the way plenty of times, but not enough to where If you could throw punches straight down the line, you can catch Zepeda easily. But as I said though, with Ivan Redkach, he had the same problem. So I don't know, man. This is a very close fight. I think at this point you gotta go with youth because these guys got so many similarities. If Redkach can go out there and consistently throw some punches down the middle, kind of conserve his energy and tank and try to empty the tank the last 3 or 4 rounds, he'll be able to do something in this fight. He definitely will. It's going to be a 10-round fight, so it's going to be very, very difficult to kind of go through this. Both of these guys are coming off of stoppages, so with this, I'm going to go with this decision with Jose Zepeda. I think that he'll be a lot more fresh going past the 6th, 7th, 8th round, and that would basically put him in a position to win this fight. But Ivan Redkach, he has to let his hands go early and try to be a little more consistent. I think Zepeda's going to get that timing down in later rounds, and that's what's going to cause Ivan Redkach a lot of issues. But that's all I got. Like and subscribe.